making cheesy baked roasted poblano sauce with Kate Ramos of Hola
everybody.
Jalapeno. Okay.
Hey.
So, welcome.
Thank
Kate.
you. I'm so happy to be in your kitchen.
Oh my God, we've been
Thank
wanting.
you for having me.
Oh my God, we've been wanting to do this.
This is like
for
8 months in the making or
I
something.
know, right? So, welcome to Curry Girl's Kitchen and Kate. For all of Curry Girl's Kitchen community, I want to introduce a little special about Kate. First of all, Kate is the author of Plant Powered Mexican, and for those of you that have been following us for a really long time, I think Mexican is one of our top cuisines that we absolutely love.
Who doesn't?
Right? And I made a whole chapter of it in, here it is, my cookbook, which is Damn Good Gluten-Free Taco Tuesdays. And today it's really about, Cinco de Mayo, getting you inspired and sharing all the knowledge that Kate brings to the table for all of us. Me too. I'm like super stoked about this.
Well,
So
I'm very excited to be here.
I'm so happy. So Kate is an author. She's a chef. She's a food blogger. And she has actually two of them, Hola Jalapeno and
KatesBestRecipes.com.
oh my gosh, she's also a food stylist and a photographer, and she's just an extraordinary mom and wife, and I can't say enough good things. So make sure that if you're part of Curry Girl's Kitchen that you are heading over to Kate's.
Thank you.
And so if you're new to Curry Girls and you're part of Kate's community, I'm Peggy Curry. I am one of the co-founders or co-creators, I should say, of Curry Girl's Kitchen. I work with my daughter Megan, and so what we do is we teach people how to eat for their health, and we are coaches, holistic coaches, and we work with people that primarily have either chronic symptoms, autoimmune, or just any kind of gluten issues. We are the gluten-free food whisperers.
Well, and I would also say a genius inspiration for all us moms in the making.
Oh, I love that.
Those are my
Thank you.
favorite tips of yours, P.S. I mean, I love that. I love the healthy tips too, but you're an
you.
inspiration to all us moms out there.
Thank you. Yeah, having a lot of kids. You have two. I have 4 daughters that are now.
She's double on me.
I don't know. I have very thin skin from having 4 daughters, but it's amazing. One change it for the world. And so now what we want to do today is we are going to capture all the essence of what Kate brings to the table about Cinco de Mayo and inspire you to make the most incredible Cinco de Mayo festivities, dinner for you, your partners, your kids, and let's do it.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
Kate is sitting here doing this amazing peeling.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you more in. Let's get you
so
in
here, I
here.
can hold it up. So we charred these poblano peppers under the broiler along with some onions, and you want them to get like nice and blackened like this. Even if they were a little more blackened, that would be great. And some garlic, which we've already charred.
Oh, yeah.
And the garlic, however, you don't want to get blackened because then it gets really bitter. But you can do it all on the same sheet pan and just keep an eye on it and pull the garlic out once it starts to get golden brown. Like, you don't want the garlic to go more than this. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but any more than that and it tastes bitter, so you don't want to do that with the garlic.
Yeah.
But go for it on blackening the peppers and the onions, because that actually has excellent flavor. And that blackened charred flavor is very unique to Mexican cooking. There's not many other cultures that use that charring technique. And there's actually a lot of salsas and sauces in Mexican cooking that rely on charred ingredients. There's like a salsa negra, and that is actually, they take old stale tortillas and basically burn them and then create a powder with it, and that ash is the flavor component that you want for that salsa.
Wow. You are a wealth, Miss Kate, on all things.
Yeah, so I peeled off, you peel off the blackened skin, the yummy flavor stays behind on the flesh, but you can see there's still the seeds and stuff in here. So all I'm gonna do is kind of just go around the core like that and pull the core out. That's most of the seeds. And then with this that's left over, I'm just gonna rinse it in the sink.
Here, I'll rinse it. So we're just gonna rinse all the seeds out.
Yep, just rinse them out.
Okay, I'm on it.
And then you just take all of the rinsed flesh and throw it in a blender, and it's that simple. And this is what we're making right now, is the sauce for the baked veggies. That casserole that Peggy showed you right when we started the live. So that it's a creamy poblano sauce. It's very simple. It has the charred vegetables that we talked about, and then it has Mexican crema, which is this.
So I just put these in?
Yeah, just put them in whole.
Okay.
And then, well, you gotta rinse the.
No, these are.
Yeah. And so this is similar to sour cream. It is not as sour. It's more like if you took heavy cream and thickened it. It does have a little bit of tang to it, but it's not quite as sour as sour cream. But if you can't find Mexican crema, you can totally use sour cream.
And then if you are dairy free, like a lot of us,
Yeah.
can we use a Greek yogurt?
Sure.
Or a Greek coconut yogurt?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that would be really good. I've never made it like that, but that sounds awesome.
They also have cashew and almond.
I need
So-
like a little spatula.
Oh,
Or here.
here it goes.
Okay. So yeah, so this is the sauce. This is it. And this sauce is awesome on other things too. You could bake chicken with it. You could just use it as a topping for, like, you know, any kind of rice bowl or any kind of like dip for vegetables or whatever.
How about enchiladas?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
I
anything?
think that would be pretty awesome.
Wouldn't that be so good? Especially vegetable
Oh yeah.
ones?
Yeah, totally.
Because we love it. So,
Okay.
yes, so Kate's book, did I show this book already, you guys? Mexican plant-based? Okay. But you know here, we're not all plant-based, we are everything.
I'm gonna blend this up.
So we're gonna blend this up right now. And I love that the things that we're making today, you guys have a choice. You can use this sauce, like I said, in a minute. Loud noise.
Sorry.
Any questions? Let's see. Maybe, you know, I want to see if we just go like this.
Apologize.
Yes. Again. Let's see. There we go. We can't reach. Oh, hi you guys. Everyone's showing up today. This is awesome. If you have any questions, make sure you give us some love and all of that good stuff. So okay, so what's in here?
Okay, so this is the basis for the baked vegetables. So in here I have carrots, I have cauliflower, broccoli, new potatoes, these gorgeous spring new potatoes that I love so much. But really, you could switch it up, the vegetables. I mean, you could use, in the summertime, oh yeah, you could put mushrooms in there. In the summer, you could use zucchini and squash. You could put, you know, peppers, whatever you have going, you need to use up. This is an awesome dish for, like, you got stuff in your crisper that needs to get used.
So
This
I
is
have
great.
some shiitakes that were old. I'm gonna throw them in here. I also have peas because
peas would be
love
great.
peas, and these are the fresh spring English peas.
Oh, wonderful.
So I love that.
And then we're gonna put some spinach in here also.
Okay.
This might be a little full in the bowl, but that's okay. All right, and then you just pour the sauce over the top.
Are we doing it with our hands or?
Well, you know, we can do it with the whatever you want. Peg likes to get messy.
I know. Are your potatoes pre-cooked before roasting?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything is blanched.
Everything was blanched for 3 minutes. Thank you for asking that question.
The potatoes you need to blanch a little bit longer, just because
Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, like 5 to 8. If, you know,
Okay.
if they're bigger, then they may take a little longer. And the way you don't want them to be fully cooked though, because this is going to bake in the oven for another 30 minutes. So you don't want them to get mushy. But
Oh God, you guys, where's the smell-o-meter?
yes,
This is such a great sauce. The reason why, because I got to choose what we were making. I love Kate goes, what do you want to make? And I'm like, ooh, I have literally at least a dozen recipes in her book, Dog-Eared. And, you know, plants are my best friends, and I love everything plant. And then if you want to add something meaty to
Should we add a
it,
little bit more
you
spinach?
can totally.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we can actually, you know what I was thinking? We can probably put spinach at the bottom of the dish.
Oh, you're so smart.
Because it's just gonna melt anyway, right?
We're making a bed.
That's-
A lovely spinach bed for our veggies.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
don't you want a spinach bed?
Yes.
Yes. Can we all have a spinach bed?
Yes. Okay, so Oh, I probably could have used that really big one.
That's all right. This is when we use our hands to kind of shove it all in.
Oh, good. All right.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and then we need the cheese to put on top.
Oh, yeah. So the cheese. We're going
Okay.
to talk about
I'll
this
get it.
cheese.
What are your favorite cheeses?
Oh, my gosh. So, first of all, our family cannot do cow, so we are goat sheep. And so we're going to use today on this, we're going to use goat and sheep feta. I'm going to get my hands all dirty. So
The recipe calls for cotija, which is a cheese that I love for this dish. Cotija is a cow's milk cheese. It's a very dry aged cheese from Mexico that is super, super crumbly. It's like the Mexican version of Parmesan. They don't taste anything the same. It doesn't taste like Parmesan, but just texture wise, that's what it's most similar to. You could also use queso fresco, which is another Mexican cheese that is a little bit more melty, but it actually still is kind of stays firm when it bakes. It's more of like a crumbly cheese that's kind of similar to a feta cheese. Is it good?
It's so damn good, you guys. We're all about the damn goodness, right?
Yes.
Oh my
And
God.
like, can you believe it? Because it's just like really 4 ingredients, which is awesome.
Yum.
Literally 4 ingredients. You guys saw how easy that was to just whip up. So then it goes in the casserole. We put some cheese on top. We're gonna do a little bit of this goat cheese, and we're gonna do a little bit of the feta. And then it bakes in the oven at 400 for 30 minutes.
Okay, this is a winner dish because I love it. You can prep everything ahead of time, even the day before. You can put this dish together really quickly. If you're having a party, like, hello, this is gonna feed like 6 people, and you can double it easily on a bigger, tray.
Yeah, and this is awesome too, like in the summertime with, if you're grilling, a grilling side, this is a great grilling side or barbecue side.
Yeah, and we also chose this because today we're making a Mexican bowl, and so in our bowl, this is like the main, element of it.
Okay.
And so this is
I'm
great.
gonna put it in the oven.
Okay, and so our oven's been preheating to 400. It goes for about 20 minutes, but and then we have another one that we'll go ahead and put in, but we can show this.
Yeah.
So this is exactly like Kate's book. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Get in here, Kate. Look at this. It's so beautiful. So this is the roasted poblano sauce on all these gorgeous
Baked
veggies.
vegetables, yeah.
Okay, so that's just one element that we're showing you today, which is so awesome. Okay, now this is the thing I've been waiting for, is how many of you have an Instapot? Or let's say you're newly married and someone gifted you an Instapot and you're like, what the heck am I gonna do with this Instapot? It's a scary ass machine. That's how I feel. I used it once making beets. It scared the out of me.
No,
And
you did not use an Instapot. You used a pressure cooker.
yeah, well, isn't that the same thing?
It's kind of like, there are Instant Pots that are pressure cookers, but not all pressure cookers are Instant Pots.
This is good information, people.
Yeah, so the old timey, this is mine, and obviously I use it a lot, so it's not as sparkly clean as pigs.
This is why I love it, because I said, ooh, you know what? Typically, we're making a Mexican rice dish that takes 4 minutes in this pot, and we have another one ready to go for you. However, it was like, so what if someone doesn't have an Instapot? How else can you make this?
Well, there is a recipe on Hola Jalapeno for the just traditional, on the stove top version
of
traditional Mexican rice.
Okay.
So if you don't have an Instant Pot, the method essentially is the same, which is basically you fry the rice, toast it in oil
And
until
that's
it's really nice and toasted, which you can do on the saute function of the Instant Pot. And then you blend the sauce ingredients together that make it red, which is tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, garlic.
And that's what we're gonna do right now. You're gonna see everything right now, and we're gonna do it right in front of your eyes. And then, oh my gosh, so much goodness.
Actually, we'll need to plug this guy in, but we can do it. We can do it back here.
Okay.
I can do it back here.
And then this, I can move up here. All right, our machinery, people. But if you don't have a Vitamix, don't worry. You can, if you have a, what is that called?
Cuisinart.
A Cuisinart.
Or a blender, just a regular blender.
Just a regular blender or a Magic Bullet. We use the Magic Bullet a lot.
Okay.
So
then what? So then the first step we're actually going to do is to make the sauce.
okay.
And it's really just as simple as chopping up some onion. Can I chop on here?
I'm gonna
I should do that.
We just had that.
So it's chopped onion, it's garlic, a jalapeno, and a can of tomatoes and 1.5 cups of water. Now I'm
going to show you all the ingredients. So she said
Yeah.
we have a diced onion. We have, this is fire roasted diced tomatoes. Okay. And do we put, oh yeah, so
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is your
jalapeno.
jalapeno. And we have 2 cloves of garlic.
Yep.
And then we have 1.5 cups of jasmine rice, which today we're using an organic jasmine rice. You can get the sustainable jasmine rice, which just means that it's grown organically, but maybe, you know, for whatever reason. And then you can use any kind of rice, and then if you want to use brown rice, if you're partial to it, but
But it needs to be a long grain rice. You don't
or
want
like any kind of basmati.
Yes, you don't want to use a short grain rice for this recipe because it'll be too sticky.
Okay, so are we gonna rinse this?
We are not going to rinse this rice.
Oh.
I don't rinse the rice when I fry it because oil and water don't mix, and so then the rice doesn't toast as evenly and nicely if it's wet.
Okay, because I know there's a lot of concern out there today where people are freaking out because there's been, what is it?
Salmonella.
Not salmonella on it, it's something else. It's something that,
I don't know.
it's not asbestos, it's what,
Some pesticide.
it's some kind of, I don't know, there's something on it that people are really
Oh,
freaked.
arsenic?
Arsenic.
The arsenic would be inside the grain, so you're not going to rinse it out.
Oh, well, there you go.
And rice naturally does have arsenic, but it's only going to hurt you if you eat like 10 pounds of rice every day for like the rest of your life.
And I love that because I've talked to many clients who are very nervous about it. And so this is really great. What you do is you buy from a company such as Lundberg,
Yeah.
or there's plenty of companies out there on the shelves that are fabulous because they're just good companies that they care about our health and our well-being. And so I'm not nervous about that. Okay. So, all right.
So one embarrassing thing I need to tell people.
Okay, embarrassing. I love it. What is it?
Okay, so if anybody has my book, Plant Powered Mexican,
Oh yeah.
okay, this is the one recipe in the book with the typo. And I'm very, very, very sorry to anyone who has made this and it burnt in your Instant Pot. They forgot to put the water in the ingredients and the instructions.
It's a good thing we're telling them now, huh, Kate?
It's a small problem. It was corrected in the second printing of the book, so ideally you have the second printing and everything's fine.
Just make a note.
But if not, can you write this in your book at this moment?
1 cup.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 1.5.
Oh, 1.5.
Did I tell you the wrong? I told her the
She
wrong.
told me wrong.
No one's ever going to make it correctly.
That's okay.
It's
1.5.
1.5 cups of water. Need to also go in to the blender with the rest of the stuff. Okay, so my apologies. I sincerely apologize.
All right, are we ready to
No,
whirl
I have
this?
to add the other half cup.
Oh, another half a cup. And then we're going to whirl this. Any questions so far, you guys? I love all the people who are joining us.
Oh,
This
wait,
is
no, and I
awesome.
need salt.
Oh, salt.
Yeah.
Okay. About a teaspoon?
There's actually 2 teaspoons in here, which may seem like a lot, but you're making enough rice for like 6 to 8 people.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
it will all get blended in.
All right, so there we go. I love this. All right,
And that's it. This is how you do the sauce. Simple as that.
and you tell me when it's ready.
Yeah.
It's ready.
It's ready. That's
That
it.
was quick.
That's it.
Oh my God! Again, another recipe that you can make totally ahead of time. You could get this ready, and right before you're ready to make it,
Yeah, or you can make the whole thing and the Instant Pot just like we did. You
Uh-huh.
leave it and it just keeps it warm until you're ready to serve it.
okay. So the
Okay.
pot that's on, we're gonna show them just
Should
how
we put
to.
it over here? or-
Yeah. Let's put it over here
Okay,
because we
all
can
right.
plug it in.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna just make room right now.
Or we could just move this. I don't
This
need
is gonna
anymore.
go away.
There we go.
And then,
Oh, I can just put it over here. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Here we go.
and then we're gonna, and we don't need this board.
Okay. That makes sense. We do that. There we go. All right.
There we are.
Okay, so Are you guys Instant Pot lovers? I want to know. Leave us a message if you actually use the Instant Pot that your family
Comment.
gave you for Christmas.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see
Oh yeah.
what we do here. Okay, so the Instant Pot is wonderful because you can make like an entire meal in the Instant Pot. So we're going to start with, sorry, I have to tilt it up because I can't see. We're going to start with the saute function, and it's on high. So in here we add a 1/4 cup of avocado oil. That might seem like a lot, but we're going to fry the rice, and then the leftover oil also fries the sauce. Because I don't know if you noticed, but we didn't cook any of those vegetables that we blended up. We just blended them. So right now it's like a raw sauce.
Okay.
So it actually gets cooked when it fries in the oil.
Oh, okay. This is good to know.
And that is another a very common technique in Mexican cooking, which is to fry the sauce. Like that's how you make mole, that's how you make poblano sauce, is you char ingredients, blend them up, and then you fry the sauce in oil. And that's when it cooks.
All right.
Now another interesting tip is I'm always experimenting in the kitchen and doing really dumb stuff, but you know, then that's just how I get my entertainment. But anyway, so I tried to make tomato sauce once with that technique, like an Italian style tomato sauce, because I was like, well, it works with Mexican cooking, like why wouldn't it work? So I blended a raw onion, garlic, and tomatoes like you would make a normal like marinara sauce.
Right.
And instead of like sauteing the onions and garlic and then doing that, I was like, I'm just gonna fry it all in the oil. Oh no, it was gross.
Don't try it.
Don't do it. It doesn't work. It's simply for Mexican. It works somehow in this instance.
That's
but,
so awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the first step is to fry the rice. So the oil. This really takes. This can be cool, and that will be warm down there, which is also another.
Oh yeah, I know it's getting warm. I was feeling it.
Yeah. So
I realized I didn't. I'm gonna, while you're doing that, I'm gonna pin in the comment what we're doing.
Oh.
People, if you're just joining us, we are doing Old Things. Kate Ramos from Ola Jalapeno, Peggy Curry from Curry Girl's Kitchen. We are doing Old Things, getting you ready for Cinco de Mayo. We made a gorgeous dish with vegetables and a creamy poblano sauce from Kate's book, Plant Powered Mexican. And right now she's teaching us how to use this Instapot to make a very rapid 4-minute Mexican rice, traditional rice, which that you can also use on the stovetop. I'm gonna go ahead and pin.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pin like Cinco de Mayo
recipes.
Recipes?
Yeah. Recipes.
Okay. That's what I
Okay,
get.
so now the oil is heating up. I'm just gonna put the rice in here. So that's 1.5 cups rice. And we are going to stir that around with a spoon. Oh, I think my spoon is back here.
Whoops. Here I'm gonna write Cinco de Mayo recipes. Okay, post, and I'm gonna pin it. Let's pin it in the comment.
There we go.
Okay, so how's that?
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, so all I did was add the rice to the oil, and then we're just going to let it do its thing until it gets nice and toasted, which I can show you in a second when that starts to happen, what that starts to look like.
Okay.
In the meantime, do you want to work on your, which we showed in the meats
Yes.
from your book?
Okay, so then what we're doing, I'm going to show you this. So I'll swap sides with you.
Yes.
And then, so in Damn Good Gluten Free, I have an entire chapter called Tuesday's Tacos. And this is made with tacos. And I have a meaty version and a veggie version. So you could do both versions, but it's so similar to what we made with, you know, with that roasted vegetable with poblano sauce that you don't need to make a veggie version because we're already doing that. But in this bowl, I thought, because my husband likes the meat, what I did is I took ground chicken, and there was not that, here, let me grab this, and I'm just going to crumble it, and I'll show it to you. And this is something that our kids loved. Yeah, that's perfect right there. So this is something quick that you can make again ahead. There's so many recipes in Damn Good Gluten Free that uses this taco filling, and some people are like, what? That's it? And I'm like, yeah, that's it. And so what I want to share with you is I'm I'm a collector of spices and spice blends and seasonings. And so what I love are all the different spices, Mexican flavor. Ooh, Kate, grab
Show us the
those
ones you
four.
like.
What?
Show us the ones you like.
Yeah, I love it. This is it. So,
I'm
okay.
gonna hold them up and you talk.
Okay, so that one is a fajita, if you're making fajitas, because there's fajitas in the cookbook.
This is the Spice Hunter.
And that's by Spice Hunter. And then this one is Frontier, and that's the Mexican blend. And then I love going to farmers markets. If you follow us, you know I'm a farmer
This one was?
market heaven. No, so this was from farmers market that I found it, but it's actually a local company that makes this taco seasoning, and my daughters love it. It's a bit spicier, which is great. But this one I've had for 30 years, you guys. I found
This one
it.
container?
This no. I bought it in because when I used to do
I was gonna say,
big,
I don't think it's good anymore.
I don't know, big classes, I'd buy it by the pound and I would sell it. But now you can get it. I think there's a link on our website under shop, or you can just get it. It's called 6 Seasonings, and this is my favorite Southwest or Mexican, especially with vegetables.
Smell it?
And smell it. So if I'm making this just for me, let's say I'm by myself, not with my husband, I don't add anything that my husband likes, which he loves the ketchup thing. Me, I just do, you can add a little salt, but you don't really need it. I add the garlic granules. This is for all you parents out there because like this is so easy. So I'm adding the garlic granules, and then I'm gonna add, where's that Mexican one? So then I'm gonna just add the Mexican seasoning. So I stopped buying things in packets a long time ago as well, because the packets, if you don't read it, some of them, well, they used to say MSG, monosodium glutamate. And that is a neurotoxin that we want to keep out of our brains.
Which also, that's a great point because a lot of times most people make Mexican rice from the packet. That's like the most common way. Even in Mexican households, that's very common. And that is basically this in powder form with MSG. So how easy was that to make it? Like,
So
it
easy,
took 5
you
seconds.
guys.
So
And that's what we want. We
Yeah.
want the healthy version of this
Yeah.
Mexican, and that is I'm so happy
Yeah.
we talked about that. So
can I talk for just 5
Yes.
seconds about
Yes.
your cookbook?
oh yes.
Okay, so if you guys don't have Peggy's cookbook and you are a parent of anyone, this book is a lifesaver. I cook for a living, and I'll be honest with you, I really don't like making dinner most nights. It is not that I don't like to cook, it's that I hate thinking about what I'm going to make. And I hate thinking about what do I make that everybody is actually going to eat. And this book like gives you by the week, day by day. It goes through Monday through Sunday,
Yeah, weekends.
weekends too, and it gives you like here's what you're gonna do, and there's zero thinking involved. So you just open it up to the day of the week, and you're like, okay, it's what day is it?
Thursday.
It's Thursday. It's Thursday. That means I'm gonna have veggies, and you pick one of these recipes on a Thursday, and you're like, yep, that's it. Okay.
Baked potato bar.
Yeah, and you know your kids are gonna eat it. You know you're gonna love it. I love this book. It is a lifesaver. So I can't say enough good things about it. But
I love it, and I love that you have that awareness, especially with Mexican cuisine, and cooking like that is just, it's so important because we want you all to be healthy too, not just eat good food, but be healthy too for a long time to come. So kids love this ketchup added to the taco meat, and I just put about a 1/4 cup in. I probably added a little more than I would, but he loves it. And you just cook it down, and it gets what we call yummy. It's that gooey yumminess.
caramelized,
Yep. And it's perfect. And if you don't like ketchup, you can totally use like tomato sauce, plain tomato sauce.
yeah.
But
Or in the summertime, you probably can just chop up some tomatoes. Throw them.
and just throw it in, and it would melt the tomatoes in. But then you'll see, I'm just gonna cook it on low, and pretty soon you're gonna see what it looks like. And then, so this topped with the Mexican rice and the vegetables, and then we're gonna show you, we have, out of Kate's book, I also have a coleslaw because that's really delicious. And then we're gonna make the pico de gallo.
Yeah.
But now we're ready for the rice.
The rice is ready. So the rice has been frying, and I just want to show you guys, it gets toasted. And
You can
brown.
smell it too.
Can you see how it's changing colors and the rice becomes opaque? So that's what you're looking for. and it smells toasted. It is a very fragrant aroma. So once it gets to that point, mind you, it has been on the saute function this whole time. You just pour this sauce in.
How easy is that, people?
And then you just kind of, you want the sauce to fry in the oil just a little bit. Stir it around. So
Hola, jalapeno!
so the rice granules are all stirred up, and you do the happy dance like Peggy is doing. Because you know it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so
And this
good.
is backwards, so I'm very confused right now. There we go. Okay, so Peggy, there's no need to pressurize anything. This is how you pressurize it. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You set the lid on.
That's it?
You lock the lid. That's it. That's it.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna make something and
All right.
I'm gonna call
and then,
you.
Yes, please do. I look forward to that phone call. Okay, so then you want to change it because right now it's on the saute function. So you want to set it to pressure cook. So cancel saute. Press yes to pressure cook. It's already on 4 minutes.
Oh, here, let's show them. So
And
right
that's it.
here, it was on, can you guys see this? Oh yeah, so it was on saute. We turned
now
it
it's starting.
off and now it's on pressure cook. Make sure I didn't touch it.
No, it's good. It
Okay,
says
good.
on. It's on.
Oh, okay.
It tells you it's on.
And that's it. And
that's
now
it.
it's gonna take.
Well, it takes about 10 minutes for the pressure to heat up.
Okay.
But once it gets hot, then it takes 4 minutes of cooking, and then you're good to go.
We are on it, people.
Okay,
Any other questions? I love it. All right, so the pressure cooker is gonna we're gonna put it maybe.
Where should we put it?
Let's just scooch it on over.
Move
I'm just
over.
gonna move it down. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so now what we're gonna show you, because we're gonna get to put everything together in a bowl, we're gonna go ahead and make on her page 115 where she talks about the Mexican rice. It has eggs in the picture, but we're not doing the eggs. We're making this avocado pico de gallo, and the reason why I like it is because we're in spring right now and we do not have a lot of fresh tomatoes, and I like buying local, and so they're just coming in, and this is what I love, is a pico de gallo just made of avocados, because avocados are in season.
That's right.
Okay.
And a little onion and jalapeno and cilantro.
Okay, so
we have the avocados already cut.
And to preserve them so they don't get brown, we added a little lime or lemon. And then we have some cilantro.
Yep.
And we have diced red onion. Oh, do you like red onion? I do love red onion. I put it on everything. And that's one of the things about Southwest Mexican food is that the red onion and the cilantro, first of all, I'm a cilantro freak because it actually it's an incredible detoxifier.
I did not know that.
Yes, it pulls things out of your body that shouldn't be, because you know we
that.
kind of live in a little bit of a toxic environment, you know, and so it's awesome. So I add it. But if you have that gene that makes cilantro taste soapy, don't add it. Maybe add oregano. Maybe add basil. You know what I mean? And so just those are also in Mexican cuisines, right?
Yeah. You do you.
Yeah, exactly. We want you to be happy.
Or leave it out.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Right.
okay. So we have these, first of all, she brought me these beautiful reed avocados. People, if you don't know what a reed is, they are buttery and they're round, and sometimes they're this big at the farmer's market and they'll cost you $5 for one, and you'll go, I ain't spending $5. Sometimes $10 depending on the size. And I'm telling you, it's worth every penny because they're buttery and they're absolutely delicious.
And they last forever.
And they do. They do. That's so true. So, and then are we going to mince up some of this?
Yes, we are
Okay,
going to.
good. And then is this too much, or that's probably
That's
perfect?
right.
Okay, I'm going to dump these in. Oh, God, you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so already my taco meat is done, so I can show you the gooiness. Can you see how gooey and yummy this is? Look at how gooey it is. Like, I'm just gonna set it aside, forget about it. That's another thing, by the way, you can make ahead of time. I make a big batch of it and stick it in. My husband loves to eat it for lunch.
Yeah.
And throw it on salads and fast food wraps. It's like, it's amazing. So,
All right.
All right.
So we have the cilantro, we have the red onion, the jalapeno.
Okay, and then there's lime juice right
And
there.
we put some
Oh,
lime, maybe
okay.
a little bit more.
Or a stitch more,
A
maybe.
little bit more.
Okay.
We can add some salt.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And then maybe we could even put a little oil in there.
Ooh, okay. Olive oil?
Sure.
Or avocado?
Let's do the olive oil.
Okay. Just like,
Just give a little something, something.
yeah.
That's good.
I love that.
Mhm.
So now, what I do, I'm not going to do it today, but again, the 6 seasoning spice, I add this to my salsa, or I'll add it, no, maybe not to my salsa, but I'll add it to my, with garlic powder and this to my guacamole.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So that's really
I'm
good
gonna check
too.
the veggies real quick.
Oh yeah, the veggies are probably done.
And what chips do you use with your guac?
Whoa, chips, are we talking Cinco de Mayo now? Oh gosh. Okay, chips. So I'm gonna show you our house favorites, and I bought some chips that I know that Kate loves. So Kate is have a corn chip.
Yes.
Everybody loves these chips.
They're so good.
Okay, so, and I can't eat a lot of corn, so I'm a siete, but this chip, okay. Kate, have you had
Is
this
this
one?
ready to go? Yeah, I
Yeah.
like to see it the ones too.
Okay, but the dippers, I love these dippers
Let's
because,
try it.
oh yeah,
Let's see. It might not be good, so we should check it out.
yeah, that's true.
Quality control.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
No, it's really good. It's really good, you guys. Okay, so this is if you're grain-free, corn-free, this is awesome. And then these like July's are like those restaurant quality ones. These are also really good. So we have a lot to offer. And then, all right, we're gonna bring everything ready to add to our beautiful bowl.
Oh, we'll get the rice from over
Oh, I know what we
Do you want
have
to talk
left.
tortillas too?
Oh, tortilla. Yeah, let's talk about that. And we also have a beautiful Mexican coleslaw with lime juice as well. Or you can make a salad. I love this. And then, let's see, tortillas. So, we have, with the tacos, if you want to make like a nice little soft shell taco. This is again with that theme of grain-free. We love siete. Siete makes them in like 5 or 6 flavors. Chickpea, almond, cassava, what else? I don't know, a lot of them. A blends. But the almond we really like. And then Rudy's gluten-free is a spinach tortilla. They make them plain, they make fiesta. It's a gluten-free one again. And then of course traditional, hello, mi rancho. These are organic corn tortillas that we like to I like to heat them up, and then they're just beautiful thing, right?
All right, are we ready to rock?
We are ready to rock and roll.
Okay. So our rice is ready. There was no explosion.
There was none. I just
I'm
like,
sorry,
oh my
I'm sorry
god.
to disappoint you all. That nothing exploded.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe next time. Maybe if you invite me back, I'll try to do something explode.
Kate's definitely coming back. We got lots of recipes.
Okay,
to
so
do
I just
together.
want to show you guys. So when you open it up, all the tomato sauce is going to kind of go to the top.
Oh, and that's what I call yumminess, because it's the yumminess at the top. You want to stir
So
it
you just want to
in,
stir it in so that all the yumminess gets stirred in.
because everyone should get some of the yumminess.
Yes, don't leave the yumminess behind.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in our bowl.
Oh my god, it's like perfect.
Okay.
Oh, oh my god.
More?
It's yeah. Let's fill this up.
Fill
we're gonna
it.
fill it up because we're gonna
Fill
just
it.
show the most beautiful picture with it.
Fill it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, this is not one serving.
This is not one serving. We're just gonna show you make a beautiful
It's a very,
dish.
very hungry serving.
But like, okay, so there's our
Okay, there's your rice.
Mexican rice. Now we're gonna. Is this hot?
Yeah, it's a little hot.
Probably.
It's
All right.
a little hot.
Like, oh my gosh, you guys, look. I'm gonna wait. Hold on. Hold this up. I have some nicer hot pads here. So look. Again, if you're just joining us, this is what we made. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is a veggie baked, creamy roasted poblano sauce veggie that's going. I'm gonna put this here to hold it, and then there's your spoon. We're gonna just put some of that in. We have coleslaw, pico de gallo and some little bit of taco meat. And then we
looks
are
good.
golden.
This might be good.
Yeah?
I think we did okay.
I think, oh my God, you guys, wait. This stuff, this right here, this poblano, creamy poblano.
Let's put a little bit of this toasty cheese on top.
On the top.
We need
Oh
the
my
toasty
God, I
cheese.
could just drink this sauce. And what I love, Kate asked me at the beginning, she goes like, what's your spice-o-meter? Tim is not a very spice-o-meter kind of person, but this is flavorful. I think someone who loves spicy, you can totally spice this up.
Yeah, you could also roast jalapenos with the poblanos if you want it spicier. Traditionally, poblanos are not spicy. Occasionally you will get the one that will be super spicy and then you'll be like, holy. So if you are spice sensitive, you know, just know that most poblanos are not spicy, but occasionally you will get one, so beware. But for the most part, they are pretty mild. They're more like herbal and grassy, not so much spicy.
Wow. Okay, so now we have some of the slaw. Oh my gosh. Who's coming?
Seriously, and this is such a fun dinner, not only for Cinco de Mayo, but anytime.
Oh my gosh.
And what other sides would you serve with it?
And then, well,
Oh, okay. So I love that. So typical, like in my house, Tuesday taco, I always kept it the same because it was just what my kids loved. It's a zucchini corn hash. The corn isn't always in season, so I might add peas. I might leave them out. I might add black beans to it, and that could be a vegetarian side. And then I make what's called yellow rice in my book. And it's with turmeric because we're all gluten intolerant, and I was always trying to find ways to help with the inflammation. Anyway, they love it. And when I make it,
and it's so beautiful.
it is, and it's made with turmeric, and it's a great thing. So I love the rice and that. Like, what are some of your other favorite sides?
So another thing, and another really quick, easy side that's in my book is I have a special way of spicing up canned black beans, and we make that all the time. Like even for breakfast, we make it, you know, as a side if we're having tacos. And I just have forgotten to like soak the beans and make the beans, and I just do the
can. So refried beans.
Well, I use the whole black beans.
Oh, the whole
but,
and
but
then,
yeah, that is good too.
And then or refried beans.
Yeah,
Yes,
a can
I
of
love
beans,
that.
great.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so we have the pico de gallo. Let's load that up right there.
Okay.
And then we're going to take...
Peg is like more.
Like so, yes, because it's so beautiful. And then we're going to garnish with this.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
do we have like a half of a, let's see, a half of a lime.
Oh, yeah.
Get that in there, make it look so pretty.
And what about your drink?
Oh,
Well, let's talk Cinco de Mayo margarita, shall we?
Yes.
Do you think we should?
yes.
So I have a whole slew of margarita recipes on Hola Jalapeno, but two of my favorites are a cucumber mezcal margarita, which is awesome. And if you have a juicer, you can juice the cucumber, or you can just throw the cucumber with the mezcal in the blender, blend it up, and then strain. You want to strain that because it'll have the skin and stuff. I like to leave the skin on the cucumber because it makes it really bright green and it's beautiful, but not so good to drink. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
I'd be the one that would eat the cucumber.
Yeah, that's fine. Just whatever. And then with that, with the mezcal and cucumber, it's just lime juice and a little Cointreau.
Oh, Cointreau.
Yeah,
Yes.
shake that up on ice, so good with salt. And then the other one, I know everyone loves a spicy margarita, me included. And I have a spicy raspberry margarita that is so good.
Oh wow. So we have two margaritas. One is it's an infused one, and I can't remember what it's infused with right now, but we also have a strawberry margarita as well. So, because the girls that's their favorite go-to, especially when you're gluten-free, you know, tequila. Our nutritionist would tell the girls, have as much tequila as you want. And I'm like, what? But tequila.
Yeah, you're like, excuse me? No, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh
It
my
was so much
gosh. Look at this. Come on, get your head in here. Let's do this. Come here, get in the meat cheese.
I love it. Thank you. This
I
is so
love it.
great.
Look, who's making this? Raise your hand. Give us some love. Hi, Bella. I love it. Kiki. It's so beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing. Oh my
That's
God,
such
you
a great
guys.
idea.
unbelievable.
genius.
I am so grateful for
Yes,
you.
thank you so
Driving
much.
all the way down 2 hours to get here, but I'm so happy. and we love you, Kate.
Because now I
And
get to eat.
I know, and we love your cookbook. So everyone, we'll link it. You can get this on Amazon.
Yes.
Plant-powered Mexican. You can get damn good gluten-free. Also, but I'm a big local person. If you have local bookstores, they can order any of these books
That's right.
for you.
Just ask for the book.
That's right. So
Thank you.
you.
Thank you, everybody. It was really fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I love it so much.
That was
All
great.
right.
Bye. Happy Cinco de Mayo.